Doo-doo! Hi, Okari.
Hello there, guys, and welcome to That Anxious Gamer. Today, we're going to be looking at the movie Kandahar, a 2023 movie that released Friday, May 26th. I got to see this movie one day early at an early access screening, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to be talking about the pros, the cons, what target audience I feel the movie actually is trying to shoot for, if you should watch this movie in theaters, if you should wait at home to watch this movie, or if you should just pass on this movie altogether. To give a brief overview of this movie, it is an action thriller movie. I will be touching mild spoilers in the main review, but nothing major, nothing central to the plot. At the very end, I will be going over a brief spoiler section before I make a conclusion. So, what is Kandahar about? Well, it's a movie that was directed by Rick Roman Vogue. It stars Gerard Butler as Tom, Travis Fimmel as Roman, Naveed Nabag as Mo, and Ali Fazad as Kahil. There are other smaller supporting cast. So, what is the movie about? It's about an MI6 special operative that is doing black ops in Iran, specifically trying to destabilize the Iranian nuclear program. Due to numerous events that happen in the movie, he gets exposed. This is not much of a spoiler. It happens in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the film, and then the plot goes from there. Again, I don't want to go into extensive spoilers, but I want to give you my thoughts about how the movie performs. So, what is the target audience for this movie? You will like this movie if you like thrillers, if you like action movies, if you like Gerard Butler. You kind of know what you're going to get with this movie. Although I was surprised, I did think it had quite a bit more depth than I thought, because I was kind of going in to see like a generic action movie that had some fun scenes. I seen a lot of stuff that was less over the top than I thought would be presented, and actually the cinematography and the actual presentation was much better than I anticipated. The IMDb score right now is sitting at 6.0 with 296 ratings. In my personal opinion, this is low. I will be telling you my personal rating at the end of the video. If you're interested in that, please stick around. So, what is the pros of this movie? Well, you're going to be having a decent plot. You're going to be having pretty moderately good characterization. You're going to be having a nice emotional story. So, if you're a person that story matters to you, I think this movie is actually better than what it's given credit for. And I think the actors and actresses that played the parts in the movie, especially Travis Fimmel as Roman and Naveed Nabag as Mo, did an amazing job. I do think Gerard Butler did a very, very good job. He's an excellent actor. However, I feel like his performance was on par with his normal movie roles, and it wasn't his strongest performance. Whereas I feel like for Travis Fimmel, it was an absolutely excellent performance. What is the runtime of this movie? This movie runs about 2 hours, so you won't be sitting in the theaters for too long. But don't expect a like short 90-minute comedy rom-com in and out type movie. The movie does have a little bit of running length, but we're not talking Marvel's Avengers. You're not sitting there for 3 hours. What are the cons of the movie? The cons of the movie are there are certain action scenes, they are limited, but there are certain scenes that you need to turn your brain off. There are things that are unrealistic, that don't make sense. Huge fleets of vehicles get blown up by, Hellfire missiles, etc., etc. It doesn't happen as much as I thought it would for a Gerard Butler movie, but there are some scenes that you do need to turn your brain off, and if you're expecting like a Christopher Nolan or like something like that, you're going to be disappointed. This is still an action thriller, and it's made for an action audience. Even though the story is much better than I thought it would be, that is a big negative to the movie. Another big negative to the movie is it's kind of rehashing the Iraqi war, and kind of the translators and all the people that kind of put their lives at risk for the U.S. Army, the British Army, MI6, special operatives. I think this has kind of been a little bit overdone, so I'm going to put that as a pretty significant negative that it isn't original. It is definitely not original. It's well done, it's well executed, but originality is not a strong suit. Thirdly, the female actresses and female performances, especially in terms of the reporter and other minor parts, in my opinion, were not strong. This is a male-oriented movie. Unfortunately, there is no love story. There is, which is kind of actually a positive, but there is no strong male-female chemistry. The chemistry is really between Gerard Butler, Travis Flimmel, and Naveed Nabag, which is Tom, Roman, and Mo, respectively. So it's really between the main character, his translator, and his handler is really where the emotional ties of the movie happen. In terms of my rating, I want to give that out right now. I'm going to give this movie an 8.0. It really surprised me. It was much better than I thought it would be. And I was really pleasantly surprised because I was going in kind of assuming it would just be a mindless thriller action movie that was kind of dumb, like some of these movies are. But I was really pleasantly surprised and I really liked it. The IMDb sitting at 6.0, in my opinion, is way, way too low and way lower than I would rate it personally. Would I recommend going to a theater for this movie? Yes, I would. Would I recommend watching this movie at home? Yes, I would. I don't really feel like the theater, there is no Dolby Digital as far as I know for this movie or IMAX. This is just strictly digital watching in theaters. I do think the whole experience is enhanced through the theater. That's pretty much for most movies, but I don't feel like it's absolutely necessary like it is for some movies, let's say like a la Avatar 2 or something like that, or Inception. This is a movie that you can enjoy at home, that you can enjoy in the theaters, and you're going to get a great experience either way. So I do recommend it. What I think the best scene is, and this is getting into the spoilers, is, in my opinion, later on, and again, spoilers for this point, Roman does end up dying. Travis Flimmel dies, and basically Gerard Butler and Naveed Nabag are right there. And therefore, in my opinion, that's the best scene of the entire movie and a very emotional and moving scene. So spoilers end right here. In terms of would I go and actually watch this movie, I absolutely would. And I highly recommend the movie to you. And so that's it, guys. It's been That Anxious Gamer giving a 5 to 7 minute review of Kandahar by the director Rick Roman Wag. And I do recommend this movie and hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.